Welcome to class, everyone. Please join me standing today. We're actually going to start standing. I know I do a lot of standing with you Friday folks, and so that can always change as well. Let me know how you would like to begin class. But I'm going to start standing with my space heater in the hopes that you feel like you need to get up and move. That's kind of my thinking with starting you standing. So let's find a really soft, wide position just outside of our hips width distance and start a little sway through your hips right to left. I want you to think about coming into your body. Maybe you close your eyes here. Just come inside and take a little check-in. How's your body today? How's your mind? How's your spirit? And how's your breath? And we'll check back in with all of these at the end to see if we have improved our mood, improved how we feel physically, internally, mentally, and spiritually. When you are ready, my friends, lift your left heel and gently swing your arms to the right. Lift your right heel, swing to the left. Now, if you were to try to stop your arms from swinging here, your navel twisting side to side gives you a little bit of torque that just flings your arms right out to the sides. So I would like you to think about consciously moving from your core. Take a big breath in. And at the tip top, draw your navel in towards your spine, giving your spine a little kiss. And we're going to hold tight through the core so we can support our low back in all of our movements today. And then we breathe deeply, still down into the belly. Eyes look down as we sling the fingertips. Think about bringing breath in, bringing energy in, bringing positivity and lightness in. And upon your exhalation, negative, toxic, things that are no longer serving us, just sling right off your fingertips. We're going to go for 4 more breaths. Nice way to warm up your spine. Ease into your stretches today. Slowly come back to the center. Don't stop too quickly. Just allow your body to come in and find a really soft stance. Both hands placed on your stomach. Take a deep breath in. We're checking with our breath here. See if you can inflate your stomach, hands forward. No judgment if we can't. We'll work on improving the depth and quality of our breath through practice. Hands slip around the side bodies. See if you can breathe east to west into your rib cage. Hands cover your heart. Let's see if we can breathe up into our heart space. Opening, expanding, and inflating your heart so it can infinitely fill with love. Exhale, soften back down. Let those palms deflate. Fingers come to side body. Sweep your palms all the way to the sky with pinkies facing in towards one another. Drop your tricep stretch in. Give yourself a little pat on the back. With your left hand, give yourself a little pat. Use your right hand to hook the elbow tip and place your right forearm behind your head if possible. Give a little push back with your head. Big stretch in. Switch, reach up, pinkies in. Right hand, little pat on the back. Hook your right elbow tip with left hand and possibly left forearm right behind your back. Let's awaken everything up top. Big breath in, long spine. Stretch the back of your upper arm. Big inhale, hands clasped behind your back as you exhale. Sink into a baby chair, just a couple of inches down. Shoot your knuckles behind you and begin opening in the front body. Maybe open your throat by looking skywards. Take a big, beautiful breath in. Let's fold belly down towards our thighs, and we lift our knees up into our thighs to the best of our ability, making sure this feels comfortable, yogis. Moving slowly in the beginning. Rising knuckles off of the small of our back. Lifting skywards and giving our shoulders a little rinse out. Let's find a chair pose. We lift our chest, sink our buns back down a bit deeper than the first one. Knuckles come around the left side body. Head falls to the left and our spine is still really long here. And then do just a couple circles around the left collarbone to the left shoulder head. Optionally, you can also do a little chin lifting and chin lowering, all really nice ways to get into new areas of the right side of your neck. One more big breath in and out. Come back to center, re-stretch your fingertips, stand up out of your legs, maybe give them a little shake, 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 and then sink into chair again. Wrap around the right side, lift up through your spine and chest, Let's drop ear, right shoulder. This could feel great, and you may just want to stay. Every time we add on in class, it's completely optional. Listening intuitively to your body and doing all that feels really good. So maybe a little roll, chin to collarbone, chin to right shoulder, head. Maybe a little sigh or a moan slips out because it feels so good. You might want to look chin up and down. All right, yogis, we're bringing in warmth here. So let's bring our eyes forward, send knuckles behind us, and re-rise. Step out of your legs, shake arms, shake legs if you need to. Come right back into your chair. Any arms that feel good for you. Option, my friends, you stay right in your chair. It will warm and start a little bonfire in your thighs. Or come with me. Right shin down, left shin down. Up, back to chair. Don't fully stand. Left shin down, right shin down. Up and up, arms anywhere, down, down, up, tiny squat, good chair. We're just gonna do one more on each side, whether you're moving or holding, everyone is breathing. Start with the opposite foot for the last set. Beautiful job. Stand out of your chair pose, clasp your hands in front of your heart, push your palms to me, round your back. As wide as you can, tuck your chin down towards your chest, tuck your tailbone under, and then let's come the opposite way. A cow standing, tail behind us, top of head behind us. Spread your wings open wide. Clasp hands. You can just cross your wrists and clasp hands to find your cat. Inhale into your standing cow. Exhale, cat. One more round, yogis. Maybe a new way to clasp your hands. I'm just going to put my palms together and send my knuckles forward. Big inhale. Nice. Lift again. Rise to sky. A couple more warming stretches. Left heel to buns. If you can, grab on outer edge with the left hand. Both hands may want to play with this party. When you get it, I would like you to slide your knees towards one another and try to squeeze your left cheek. Okay, now tuck your tailbone a little bit and start to kick into your left leg like you're trying to straighten your leg. Breathe here for a moment. If you have both hands on the top of your foot or your ankle, try to squeeze your shoulders out of the picture, spreading your chest really wide. Right hand skywards if it isn't already. Stand tall and tip just a little bit to the left. One more big breath in. Switch hands if you're able to. Right hand holds inner edge. Left arm rises, big breath. Balancing in the beginning of class. This isn't very fair. Big breath in. I hear you. I hear you. We're going to warm more in a moment. Come back to center. Breathe and slowly let your leg go. Take a big stretch to the sky. And let's clasp on the right foot. And as soon as you get it, right hand only or maybe both. Close knees together. Little tilt of your tailbone down. Pelvis comes up a bit. Squeeze your right cheek in towards the left. And then begin a process of kicking into your right hand. If both hands are gripping, try to pull your shoulder blades together. Think about each edge kissing in towards your spinal column. One more big breath in. Left arm rises. If it's not yet there, tip to the right. So good, yogis. Big side bending. Lift back, switch arms. Left hand to inner arch, right arm rises. Smooth and steady. Your transitions are a part of the practice. How smooth can you move? Inhale. Really slowly releasing your right leg. Good job, yogis. Toes down on the left foot. And then just do a little wiggling through your hip, through your knee. You can lift and make it bigger if that feels good for you. Any types of movement. Circles, lift and lower. Same with your right toes. I like to start with the toes down and just do a little open and close, a little left and right, then lift a bit. All right, we're gonna ease into our hips and knees here. Big toes together, little baby squat again, and then try to just move your knees here. Your hips will move a little bit too. We're just lubricating into our joints. Switch your direction on your circles. Come on up and do the same for your hips, but we're gonna widen our stance. It feels a little funny, but it's a great way to get into your outer hips. So if you're circling here and you feel popping, cracking, grinding, then stay in that spot and just kind of breathe and move super softly in that spot. If you went all one direction, switch. Big breath in, big breath out to finish. Beautiful job. Let's pass through a couple yogi squats to really warm up. Toes turn out. As you're sinking your knees down, make sure they're in line with middle of foot, your depth, your practice. Wide leg forward fold, feet parallel to one another. Inhale, roll to rise. Sweep arms skywards, cross your wrists, lift it up. Come right back down through a yogi squat, as low as it feels good to go. Wide leg forward fold. Can you reach your arms a new way to rise? You're welcome to roll or hinge to rise. 2 more like this, yogi squat. Forward fold. Connecting it with breath. We know 1 breath per movement. How about an inhalation as you lower? Exhalation into forward fold. Inhalation to rise. Exhalation to find our standing position. Step, hop, toe, heel, feet together. Re-inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Sun salutations begin. Let's honor that beautiful sunshine that is out today. Fingertips slide up your shins. Top of head away from your tail. Exhale, bowing down and fold. Right leg long step back. As soon as you find it, kneel your lunge. Relax, knee shin top of right foot and climb up your left thigh. We push, yogis. Push off your left thigh to lengthen your spine and try to stick your tailbone towards the floor like you're gonna dig it into the earth. So instead of it pushing back, we're gonna tuck it down, okay? Point it in. Yes. Arms rise, big breath in. Side bend again, tip to the left. Feel free to hold your right wrist if that feels best for you. Tipping on over with a big in-breath. While you're here, drag your left heel back towards your right knee. Feel very strong and warming into your left hamstring. Keep dragging. Center we go. Frame out that foot. Come to tabletop. Let's take 1 round of cat-cow here. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Exhale into angry cat shape. Inhale into cow shape. Continue or come to forearms and practice it this way. Exhale, round. Inhale. We have 2 more yogis. I'm going to encourage you to explore each time. So I'm back on hands and I'm going to spin my right hand, right fingers in a new direction before I begin. Switching hands, I'm going to use my left fingers and turn them a new direction as I roll through this cat-cow. All fingers back forward, full tabletop, step your right leg forward, and then press off your right shin to rise. So I want you to really push down like you're tractioning your spine. Try to dig your tailbone into the earth. Give it a little tilt. Rise through the arms, keeping all this spinal length. Really flick your fingertips open so there's tons of energy. While we're here, yogis, tip to the right. Hold your left wrist. If that feels a little too wobbly, you can open your arms for extra support. 2 more breaths, and we're going to begin the process of dragging your right heel back towards your left knee. Feel that? Feel the integration, quad, hamstring, like you could crumple your mat underneath your buns. 1 more breath. Frame out the foot, press back to tabletop 1 more time. And from here, yogis, let both fingertips, both sets of fingertips face one another. Palms are down, thumbs face your body. Do a little bit of tick-tocking left to right. If it's too much on your wrists to warm them up this way, you can swivel 1 hand forward and just turn 1 hand in at a time. Now when you're ready, back to center and flip your palms up. Now your thumbs face forward. From here, bend your elbows a little bit and make fists. Try to press your thumb onto your middle finger. Really hard to do, right? Okay, now if this feels good, walk your hands closer, interlace your knuckles, and as you bend your elbows deeper, pull your knuckles to the sky. Re-straighten arms, re-interlace knuckles. Now you can stay with option 1, just hold. If this is still feeling too easy for you as you roll, you're gonna shift your weight more forward. Bending in, peeling knuckles high. Release, shift forward. Let's try twice more, yogis. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more wrist exercise, but take a break. Sit on your heels. Maybe you just softly shake water off your fingertips. Option, backs of hands together, dangle your fingers and tick-tock them front to back. Or you can do a little figure 8 with your wrists, whatever feels lovely for you. Okay, one more exercise, palms flat. Once we get back into tabletop yogis, we're gonna lift the heels of our hands. Look at your knuckles. Do you see how they get really wrinkly? Good job. Let that heel of hand go. Lift the opposite heel of hand. Your thumb rises, but other 4 knuckles stay flat. Then start alternating. Now check in with yourself. How you feeling? If it's too intense, let your body sag back. If it's not intense enough, shift forward, shoulders a bit in front of wrists, or do both hands at the same time. Now I want you to move as rapidly as you feel safe doing. I want to get a little spark lighting up into your forearms. So we're going to do 20. I know, that's a lot. I know. Don't give up on yourself. And if you're doing hand to hand, you just do 10. No worries. 10, 9, 4, breathe yogis, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring backs of hands down again. Stretch the other way. Try to curl and uncurl your fingertips rapidly here. And then we're going to get moving again. Okay, when your wrists feel less tender, bring palms flat. Lift up, step forward to the tip top of your mat. Find your forward fold and roll to rise. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Step your left leg behind the right, but try to roll to the blade edge. So instead of having our ball of foot down, heel lifted, roll to blade edge. Just get comfy here. You feel that big twist in your hips. Breathe into your right outer hip. Glute modification stretch. Breathe in again. Step back forward. Right leg steps behind. Start on your ball of foot and then roll. See how that little twist happens? Roll to the blade edge of your right foot. Feel, breathe into your left outer hip. Maybe do a little rolling, a little reaching, whatever feels great. Right back to the center. Well done, yogis. Breathe in, breathe out, forward fold. Right leg, long lunge back. We're gonna go for a full lunge this time. Arms rise, big breath up and overhead. You are always welcome to kneel if that feels better. Arms up for everyone. Let's come out to shoulder height and turn your palms forward. Clasping hands right in front of our heart. Push together really strong. Open back again. Press your palms together strong in front. Lean your body forward. Open behind you, lean back. Let's bend elbows to 90 degrees and do the same thing, but we're gonna push all the way to the forearms. Palms, forearms, elbows. Inhale, open. Twice more like this. Exhale, forward. Squeeze. You might get a little shaky in your arms, and I know you're squeezing. Exhale. Inhale, rise, fingertips to the sky. Eye gaze follows, fingertips fall. Push back, downward facing dog. Take a moment to get there, yogis, making sure our transitions feel good. Move and groove as it feels necessary. In downward facing dog, we have this big triangle shape. But I want you to think about rolling your inner elbow creases forward. Biceps roll up and out. Triceps roll down and in. One more big breath. Let's find this vinyasa. Roll forward into plank position, a soft one. So you're strong because it's a hard position, but you're movable here. Maybe a soft breeze is blowing you around. Knees always an option. Exhale, chaturanga. Melting your body in between your arms. Let's reach our arms all the way forward this time. Palms flat, chin tucks, neck is really long. Alternating arm and leg elevating. Press your toes way far away from fingertips, yogis. Left arm, right foot elevates, softly lower. Right arm, left toes. And I'm thinking less about lifting high and more about pushing out through our fingertips. Lengthen. Lift is secondary. Breathe in one way. Breathe out the other way. We have 4. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful job. Fingertips slide back. Somewhere about shoulder height, maybe a bit wider. Keep your elbows bent, but press your palms to lift your upper body. Widen feet left to right for more low back spaciousness. Eye gaze forward, one final breath. Release. Push back child's pose. Take a moment here to really stretch what you just strengthened. I like to have my knees together to support my stomach. If you are pregnant or you want more space, widen up your knees. Allow your belly to fall right between your thighs and use your ribs to breathe into your inner thighs. Rolling forward, yogis, angry cat. And from wherever you are, breathe and let your hips fall. Eyes look forward, roll right back. Angry cat, child's pose. Inhale, roll forward. Keep breathing, but let your hips fall. One more round like that. Angry cat. Inhale, roll forward. Hips dip a little bit. Eyes look forward. Press back, child's to downward facing dog. Take a huge breath in. Lift both of your heels. Look forward, bend your knees, and either tiptoe walk all the way to your thumbs, or chest to thighs, bounce your feet forward. Take a deep forward fold. No rush, yogis. Take your time arriving. When you're ready, ripple to rise, rolling your spine in a stack, one vertebra at a time. Let's breathe to the sky. All right, left leg steps behind again. From our cross-legged to a little bit of a bend, sinking down through the right outer hip, blade edge of left foot. Fingertips fall for a forward fold, wherever that feels really good to you. One more big breath in. Inhale, re-rise. Oh, that's tough on the outer hip, isn't it? Step together. Might need to shake it off. Get a little sass in your hips. Right leg, same thing. Little twist, little bend. Letting the ankle on the right foot bend so you've landed on your blade edge. And once you feel semi-comfortable, I'm not going to say it's the comfiest place to be, fingertips fall. As much of a fold as you want. You can bend into your left knee, keep it straight. Taking one more breath in, down here. Exhale, find your rise, using the power of that breath to ride the wave skywards. Stepping together, if feet are still wide, give them a little hop or a toe heel. Exhale, forward fold, big bow down. Halfway lift, yogis, breathing in, lengthen top of head through tail. Exhale, refold. Left leg, long lunge back, and everyone rises through the upper body, whether or not you are lunging. Can we find that little dig in, like you're digging a hole in the ground with your tailbone? Really tuck it down and under. And we're gonna go down and up with the arms this time. So just reach them down, big circle back up. Reach them down, big circle back up. If you're dealing with shoulder injuries or a lot of tightness, we can make it smaller. Less intense when we're smaller and closer to our body. Let's try 3 more big breaths in and out. Twice more like that. Keep on tucking that tailbone under so you can press your left hip flexor forward. Feel your psoas muscles stretching. Frame out your foot. Press back downward facing dog. If it feels better for you, remember you have tabletop, child's pose, and then we can get to dogs. Find some freedom, whatever feels good. If you want to bring a little bit of that sassiness back into your hips. Maybe you need to lift and lower your heels. When you feel ready and stretched out, let's roll through vinyasa. Inhale, plank position. You are strong, but you're also soft, supple, and movable here. Exhale, chaturanga, lowering into the earth. Let's come back, yogis. Scrub your toes back as far as they'll stretch. Reach your fingers forward as far as they'll go. Stretching away from one another here. We're going same side of body this time. Thumbs turn up, pinky fingers down. Left arm, left toes, but we're gonna pulse and stay here. Now try to use your right toes and your right pinky finger to push you up a little higher. Remember, length before height in this pulse. 4, 3, right into the other side. Left toes, left pinky finger down, elevate right. Start a pulse to the sky. Using for all 5 left toes and left pinky finger to give you a little boost. 6, push long. 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Fingertips somewhere around your heart space. We have a baby cobra again. Revisit, see if you're feeling really good. And if you're like, I need more, straighten your arms, lift your knees and thighs, finding an up dog. Press back to child's pose or straight to downward facing dog when you feel ready. Great, great job, my friends. Take a breath in and a breath out here. How do you want to make your way to the top of your mat? I'm going to look at my thumbs, bend my knees, chest to thighs, and hop my feet forward. You can take one foot then the other, or tiptoe all the way forward. Once you've met me in forward fold, let's roll to rise. Big twist coming, and then we're going to move again through some strength and balancing postures. Option yogis, stay with our last effort. So we crossed our curtsy. Now you're going to need to move that left foot a little bit closer towards the top of your mat. Refold. You're welcome to stay right here or watch me. Maybe you stay halfway so you don't hurt your neck when you watch me. Once we're in the curtsy, left hand threads under the right, and you're going to hold on to your left arch. Right hand moves forward, and we tuck our head under the right arm as we slide right elbow forward to make space. Look out under right armpit. Big twisty curtsy stretch. Great for outer hips and IT bands. Take 2 breaths wherever you are. One final in and out, trying not to rush. I know you want to get out of here. Hang on, yogis. And if you did hang on really tight, you might feel a great stretch under your left shoulder blade. Well done. Bring fingertips down and uncross your legs as they are. Let's bring big toes together. Drop our hips down to heels. Yes, your heels might rise. So we do this stretch to work on lengthening our Achilles tendons. Some of you may be really long there and your heels are just down. Good for you. If possible, wrap your palms and your forearms, a little wiggly, around your shins and tuck your nose in towards your knees. Try to relax in your jaw. Take a moment here. We're trying to unfurl, yogis, just as we are. So your heels are going to stay lifted. If they're not lifted, pull them up off the mat. Opening your arms as you press out of the balls and blade edges of your feet. We're going to wiggle and wobble through this together. Come to extended mountain pose. We did it. Yes. Good job, guys. Heels down. Feet somewhere that you can just kind of shake out for a little bit. And then let's step across with the right leg. Okay, now remember, if you step way far back, you can't get it. So we're going to move that foot forward. And if you'd rather stay with our first options, you can stay lifted, folded, or thread with me. Right arm threads under the left. Hold your inner right arch. Open your left elbow forward so you can look underneath of it, looking off to your left side. Now, the biggest part here is trying to weave our slow breaths through all of these twists and turns we've made in our bodies here. Take 2 more slow breaths in. Try to soften the hinge of your jaw and the corners of your eyes. 1 more big breath in and out. Come on back through the center. I gaze forward, both fingers down. Step your feet so that they're parallel to one another. Roll to rise, yogis, and let's add in a little balance as we finish our strength practice for today. Inhale, arms up. Left knees follow, big breath up, flex, point, circle, open toes, scrunch them, tick-tock. Do all the movements you can for your left foot. When that feels great, reflex. Cross it over your right thigh. If you need it to be lower, you can even use it like a little kickstand. Right up and over, we sit heavy into a figure 4. Your arms are very unique to you. Put them where you feel best. 1 big breath in. Nice. Lift your left leg again. Take it for a big journey all the way around the corner to step straight back into a big lunge. Breathe in. Let's allow the blade edge of that foot to land, opening yourself into warrior 2. Arms fall to shoulder height. Reaching off to the right side. Worry less about your structure and more about just feeling really good and stretched open on your groin and inner right thigh. Reach to the side. Windmill the arms, extended side angle. Reach to the left side. Windmill the arms, reverse warrior. 1 more each way. Reach first, windmill. How about that breath? Inhale, exhale, inhale, Back to center and exhale. Nice work. Eye gaze looks towards your right toes. Lift up through your left heel. Lean as far right as you can until you feel buoyant in your left leg, and you can find a floating half moon. Floating half moon is hard. So if you'd like to land fingertips on the floor, that's full half moon. If you have something near you, a prop, a wall, or a piece of furniture, you can land on that for some support up higher. Once you're here, yogis, pause and breathe into your right hamstring. If you feel excellent and would like an add-on, left heel bends to butt. Wiggle your fingers until you can find the top of your left foot. And let's do all of the things we did before. Squeeze your left cheek, tuck your tail towards the back of your knee, and kick your left leg into your left hand. One more big breath in. Extend back out into the full half moon posture of your choice. Top finger swivels down towards the floor. Bend your right knee to step way far back, low lunge. Fantastic job. That's not easy. Congrats. Push back, downward facing dog. Roll when you're ready, yogis. Breathe in, plank position. Breathe out, chaturanga. Okay, so we're going for it, but we're going to go both arms and legs. Long from one another, fingertips overhead, toes pressing back. Tuck your chin. You're going to fog up a mirror under your nose. Look straight down under your nose so your neck is really long here. Elevate both sets of feet. One set of feet, both feet. Lift up through both pinkies, and we go little tiny pulses. Remember to push away more than you're thinking about lifting up. We have 10. I would love for you to exhale as you rise, so that as you're squeezing your back, upon an exhalation, your navel pushes in towards your spine, so you're really supported. Exhale, inhale, 5, 4, open toes, open fingers, 2, and 1. Rest, my friends. Fully rest. Let one temple fall on the mat. Arms wherever it feels good. Switch your gaze to the other temple when you're ready. All right, now push back to child's pose, or we have a final back bend with me. Baby cobra, up dog, decide what feels really good. And then push back to downward facing dog. Great, great job. Let's look forward. You can step, tiptoe, or hop, making our way back into forward fold. Roll to rise, and no worries, no more scary curtsies. Big in breath. Beautiful work so far. Shrug your shoulders a couple times. Just trying to lose those earlobe earrings. Big lift through the right foot, as big as it is for you. Does not matter how high it is. Move in every way. Good. Don't forget your toes. Scrunch, open, scrunch, open. Sometimes do your hands move too when you move your feet? Mine too. Tick tock. Okay, when you feel really good in your ankle, keep it flexed, sit low, and then find your favorite way to experience figure 4. Here we want to think about opening hips, pushing knee down, using the strength in our outer thighs. One more big breath in, really, really slow. Step back. But we're going to circle around the corner, yogis. Oh, when you get to standing tall and you're on balance, circle around, around. Little balance challenge. And then as we land into lunge, feel victorious, a big V for victory. Roll blade edge of right foot down and soften your arms into warrior 2. It's mostly about the feels. Do you feel open? Do you feel free in your upper body? Don't worry about what it looks like. Lean to the left, windmill the arms. Right back through warrior 2. Lean to the right, windmill the arms. All right, let's connect this with breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. One more round. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. You can do this. Wonderful job. Eye gaze looks to left big toe. Lift your right heel. You can step your foot in and then lift, but I challenge you to do it from back here. Look down. Get powerful on that left heel. Boost your right leg up and then decide, am I going to hover my left fingers find a prop, something that makes me feel super supported, or fingertips to the floor. I don't really know what feels best for your body, but I can definitely tell you that more core works when we're floating, because it's really hard to hold your balance here. More hamstrings, left leg stretch when you're super down low on the floor. Decide what's best for your body today. Optionally, just pausing there, or heel, right heel, pulls to your buns, right hand holds, and we're gonna stretch open, thinking about squeezing right cheek, tucking tail towards back of knee, and possibly adding that little kick with our right leg. It's enthusiastic, it's trying to kick out and open here. Big breath in, full extension back into the moon of your choice. Eye gaze down, fingers down, slow step back, yogis. Bend your left knee, tap your right toes back, starting in a low lunge. Whew, that was awesome. Push back, downward facing dog. All right, so let's do something a little different this time. Belly in, remember, navel kisses spine. Roll forward to plank, keep toes tucked, and so slow. Inch by inch, begin to drop your hips for hovering dog. Eye gaze forward. Exhale, pull right back, downward facing dog. We're gonna go 3 more like this. Now, if you'd prefer the more purest version of the back bend, you're welcome to chaturanga and come into your baby cobra or your up dog. Otherwise, we have 2 more floating dogs. How rolly can you get through your spine? How much can you articulate your spine? Press on back to downward facing dog for 3 breaths, my friends. We have the strength and balance portion of our class. Those boxes have been checked. So now we get to move on to the beautiful hip and leg stretching portion. 1 more breath here. When you're ready, yogis, drop to your knees. Maybe just a little hover. Land fully, and then allow your buns to fall to one side. So you can sit in cross-legged, right shin in front, or cross right ankle over left knee. And if this is impossible for you, if you have to really pull on your legs, don't worry about it. Just cross gently. Wherever you've arrived, scoot each cheek back from your knee. And if there's some flesh stuck under your sits bones, let's gently move that out of the way. Feel really anchored. All right, let's sweep our arms. Think about like a rainbow or a sunshine, something really beautiful as you're moving, something as beautiful as you are. Left arm rises, eyes down. Right arm rises, eyes down. Now let's think about that bottom shoulder. Every time we land it, can we drop it from our earlobe, opening it more towards the back of your space? Can you land in a new spot the next couple of times, leaning in a different direction? Oh, remember to linger if something feels too good to keep moving through it. 1 more, a new spot. Is there anywhere else you could land? Oh, yes. Last time. Big breath in. Keeping our legs just as they are, but bring your fingertips, spiral them behind you. They face away from your toes. I love your tented fingers, like a tennis ball squish in the palm of your hand, strengthening up your wrists. Push your knees down and forward. Really engage through the back body to glide forward and open in the front body. Knees push forward, navel, chest, chin. 1 more big breath in here. Created all this beautiful space. Now let's fold over. Allow your body to so completely drape over your shins. Now, a little bit of movement here and there, in my opinion, will help you experience your stretches more deeply. If you prefer stillness, please honor your body. We don't want to give up or shy away when we feel a little bit of discomfort. Like a good relationship, we want to stick through when the going gets tough. So if your right outer thigh and hip are feeling it, breathe deeply into those areas. 1 more big breath in. Keeping legs just as they are, left fingertips extend forward and the right arm open. So we get this folded, still folded, twist open to the right side. Eye gaze looking wherever it feels nice on our necks. One more big breath in. Come back forward. Let's let our legs uncross and bring the soles of our feet together for a moment. Fingertips swivel to face away from toes again so we can do that drawer-like action. Sliding pelvis, knees, navel, everything slides forward as you open left to right as wide as you can. Exhale, fold over your shins or your toes. I like to think about us staying really long in our spines for the first breath or two. And then when you feel all that length there, feel free to release and just bend in deeply, surrendering to our stretches. Now, just for fun, we're gonna add in a little balancing here. You're welcome to stay right in your bound angle fold, but if you'd like to come with me, have a seat, rise up, and then we're gonna hold blade edges, ankles, or you can hook your index and middle, your peace fingers around your big toes, but don't pull them off your foot. Push your big toe back in so it doesn't hurt your toes. Lean back to the back of your tailbone until your legs lift. Keep pulling them in, a little bit of, I think about this like a hovering meditator, like we're kind of like a genie, we could hover above our floor. Stay, or opening both legs. Pressing out into a little straddle. Sit. Now here I encourage you to try, you might fall, but try to roll back forward to the front of your tailbone so we can really lengthen up through our spine. Press your navel forward. Listen, you can stay in any of these options we've done so far, but for the continued challenge, let go of your feet, leave them where they are. Start to tap left toes down, left leg extends, right toes down, right leg extends. We have 4. Are you breathing? If you're folded and you're chilling, enjoy. 1 more each way. Beautiful job. Can you exit the way you came in? Hold. Finding that hovering bound angle. Slowly lowering down. Roll back to the front of your tailbone. And then go like this. Our hard work is done. Come on up for my folded yogis. Lean back and let's just let our legs so gently shake out. Tick tock, jiggle, whatever feels good. If your thighs are really tired, you can give them a little rub. Left shin in front of the right, or possibly ankle over the right knee. And then scooch away, sits bones from knees so you're long in the outer thighs. We're going to take a little journey around the corners here. So let's first fold over our left foot. Take a big breath in and reach down. Using your exhale to bring gravity into your body. Allow it to just pull into the earth heavily. Come in through the center, forward fold right over your shins here. You're welcome to press down into your actual legs to deepen your posture, especially if your knees are poking up high. Support them with any pillows that you need. And then push down, let them settle heavily. Over your left knee, now walk around the corner here. One more big breath in. Back through the center and let's twist. Keep your right hand out, but sweep your left arm behind you. Sinking down deep into your sits bones, eye gaze, attempt to peek for your left fingers. One more big breath in. Fingertips come back forward. Let's rise, and we're just gonna stretch to the sky as we sit here. Keep pressing knees forward and down. Elevate, maybe our eyes look up, get really long in your spine, and finish this stretch with fingertips behind you. Let's take one more big breath in. Beautiful job, yogis. We're gonna come down into a little frog, which I know sounds very scary. It's a nice hip stretch. Let's uncross our legs. Just let them jiggle out, move around so they feel fresh. And when you're ready, roll back to your stomach. We're moving from half frog into a beautiful spinal twist. Make your way down here softly and gently, fully landing on your stomach. You're welcome to put one hand on top of the other and just rest your forehead on the back of your hands. Or you might like to find Sphinx. Let's get our leg first, and then you can figure yourself out. Right knee rises about up to hip height, and your heel is behind your knee. Your little frog toes are turned out to the right side. Now, this is a great time to think about just resting. If you like to do a bit of back bending, you might be up in your Sphinx upper body. But while you're here, I want you to think about using your right hip point and rolling it down like you need to plug it into the earth. Roll it forward and down. Always optional, add on. Right heel, right inner arch, right whole foot rises. That'll help you plug that hip bone down. Soft release. 3 more like this if you like it. All right, let's land in that frog and hold. Here's where it gets really good. Watch me if you don't understand how to flip. Sometimes a visual helps more than words. Left arm extends, right arm threads. Oh, I lied. I so lied. Right arm out, I apologize. Left arm threads. I was confused. Right arm would then rise, yogis, and we roll around the corner. Right knee starts pulling close to body as we try to roll our shoulder blades down into the mat. All right, so from that half frog, right arm extends, left arm comes under, you're threaded in your needle. Then the right arm rises, you roll to your back, and your right knee pulls close to your body. Ah, the best stretch. If it doesn't feel intense enough, I find that hard to believe because this is a big one, but if it doesn't, left hand to your thigh, you can pull your right knee closer or send it straight. We're gonna try to snuggle down both shoulder blades. My right arm is totally hovering, just in case yours is too, and you're wondering if that's okay. It's fine. Eye gaze moves to the left for one more really big breath in here. Exhale fully as you take eyes to sky. Re-roll right arm skywards, rethread your needle, lift your chest, unthread your needle, and then send your right leg back. From here, yogis, rest your chin on the back of your hands or your forehead, bring your toes to the sky, and do a little windshield wipe to release your low back. Another great option is to let your legs fall and try to jiggle your butt like a bowl full of Jell-O, so it just gets super soft in your low back in between these stretches. Let's move on, bringing your left knee up right next to your hip. And it looks like a little frog leg sticking out there, right? And once you see that your left foot is behind your left knee and your frog toes are turned out, then you adjust your upper body as it feels really good for you, laying flat or propped on your forearms. So just notice what's going on here. We're being soft in our facial features still. We're gonna try to plug in through that left hip bone. So it's like a little push down, a little roll up. Push down, roll up. Might be hard to do without the heel. So if you'd like to add on with me, left foot rises. There it is. Feel that? Okay, good. Release. Up and down. Really nice internal rotation here in the hip socket. What we just did a moment ago was all external rotation with our legs crossed and our bound angle. So this is the opposite stretch. When you're ready, I'm gonna be for real this time. Left arm stretches out, right arm threads under. We have our thread the needle, left arm rises, and then we keep on rolling it around. So you're attempting to get both shoulder blades flat. Again, mine hovers, but you may be more twisty than me. Eye gaze looks to the sky, and ultimately off to the left side. If we want to intensify, our right hand will encourage our left knee closer to our heart or possibly straight. Let's try 3 super slow breaths in here. We really have to slow down when we're twisted so that our breath can get through all those twists and turns that we've created. One more big breath in. We love twists for the health of our spines, but also to improve the quality of our digestive system, the process, to keep it smooth and flowing. I gaze more towards the sky. Left arm, we're just gonna rewind slowly. Rethread your needle, unthread that needle, press your toes back so they're next to one another, and then you choose, resting your head some way, whether you wanna just jiggle your buns or windshield wipe your legs. All right, yogis, let's extend back through the toes, right out from our hips, press back into child's pose. Give yourself a big open back stretch here. Wrap hands around the sides of your legs. Try to hold your heels. And then not your forehead, your crown, the tip top of your head. Place that on the floor, bringing your nose as close to your knees as possible. Once you have a grip on your heels, very softly, like you're hovering on your hair. We don't have any sensation in our necks here. Rounding our upper backs towards the sky, big angry cat back. For hare pose, H-A-R-E, like the big bunny. Let's take 2 more big breaths in here. One more big breath in. Full breath out. Roll back to rise. Kneeling here and some super gentle twists. Land your hands on your thighs. Let's twist off to the left side with either just our eyes or our body. We can twist around the corner. Tuck chin back down towards left collarbone. And then rise eyes and peek over your left shoulder. Checking in with the quality of our breath again. Come back to center, look to the right, and if it feels like it's enough, stay. Or use your hands, twist around your right thigh. Tuck in, chin towards right collarbone. Rise eyes, chin over right shoulder. Checking back in with your mood. How are you feeling in your mind, your body, and your spirit? Coming back into the center. 12:55 crew, 1:55, excuse me. Namaste. If you can stay with me, we're doing a little bridging and a couple more twists to finish our practice. Have a seat if you're staying, yogis. Let's roll off of our feet and down into the mat. So I challenge you to one of 2 ways. Keep your knees bent and your feet flat and roll down without losing the connection, or flex your feet, press your heels in, really deep press in the heels, and then roll down without losing that connection. Make sure there's no flesh stuck under your tail. And whichever you're doing, roll through your back like an angry cat. Slow down your roll. Good morning stretch. Point toes. Stretch overhead. Lift your belly and come into a big arch of your low back. Big breath in. Exhale, round into a little ball. Press your low back in, crunch in here. Find the tiniest little ball you can. When you're ready, rock side to side. If you don't like it in a little ball, let your head rest. You can separate your hands, just massage your spine. And then we're gonna get one more big burst of stretch and strength together. Okay, feet fall. Are you able to reach down and tickle your Achilles tendons? Feel them? Okay, you're in a good spot. Let's bring our heels under our knees, spread the balls of our feet wide, and start to lift up through our buttons. Maybe you need to lower and lift again. While you're lifting, tuck your tail towards your knees. I want it to feel really stretched and open on your front body. Take as many as you need to feel great. Arms stay where they are, or optionally clasping them under your buns, and then rock side to side to tuck your shoulders and your upper arms under your back for a huge chest opening. One more option, yogis, lifting your heels to give your low back more space. Be conscious of your knees. They're still in line with your hips here. Take a big breath in. Now, if you have your hands under your back clasped, keep them where they are, but let the palms fall flat. One can be on top of the other. Slowly, we're going to pin our upper arms down. Allow your butt to fall. Straighten your legs and be really open in your chest. Breathe into your modified fish pose. Chest is peeling open left to right. Option for those of you that like the regular fish pose, legs are straight. We have really just our hands underneath our butt cheeks for this one so that our forearms can come down. We puff our chest as high as we can towards the ceiling, squeeze our shoulder blades together to make a little pillow, and then drop our heads back, pointing through your toes. One more big breath in wherever you are. If you're in full fish pose, tuck chin to chest. Allow yourself to roll back down for the rest of us, pinning the arms into the earth. And then slowly lift a cheek, walk one arm and shoulder out. Lift your other cheek, walk the other hand out. And re-rock, knees wide into chest this time. Right up in towards your armpits. Very nice, yogis. Take a tiny twist to get us rocking and rolling, knees together. We're gonna slowly drop legs to the left, not all the way, just a tiny bit. Back to the center, twist to the right. A little bit of oblique rotations, re-warming up through our core. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And then when you get over to your right side, roll on over into the fetal position. Just hold yourself for a moment. Allow yourself to rest on the right upper arm. The death of our physical practice, but the rebirth of our spirituality out into the world, our breath-centered focus, our good vibes mood from our practice, sending it out to cause a ripple effect. Top hand presses down. We roll to a seat of some kind, and we finish our practice together here. Hands come to heart center. Chin tucks the chest, a gentle, loving kindness gesture of gratitude for your body towards the commitment to your self-care. I challenge you, I give you a little bit of homework to look in the mirror today and say to yourself, I am worthy. I deserve to be here, and I am grateful that I am here. There is beauty in my life, and I will find it. There is strength in my soul, and I will trust it. There is purpose in my path. I will unravel it. There is magic in who I am, and I will believe in it. Yogis, thank you for sharing a practice with me. Thank you for giving me the honor of guiding you. I hope you have a beautiful day and a wonderful weekend. Take good care until we meet again. Namaste.